going to be talking about my earliest memories of RuneScape. And my first memory actually starts in this hallway right here in Lumbridge. And it's not involving me playing, actually. It's me discovering the game for the first time. So I come into my friend's basement, actually. His mom would babysit us, but we were the same age. And I see him, playing this game, and I see him in some armor that I assume looks something like this. And I say, like, dude, what is that? Like, what are you doing, man? I'm instantly hooked by like the medieval theme and the castle and whatever. He's like, oh, it's this game, RuneScape. I'm like, are these real people? Like, are those other guys real people playing? And he's like, yeah, like some of them are. And I'm like, my mind is blown instantly. I'm like, what is this game? I need to play it. I'm like, well, freaking attack someone, right? And it's Lumbridge way back, and the year would actually be, I should say, is 2003 or 2004. So that's how early it was. And RuneScape just came on Miniclip around that time, I believe. So that's how he found it. So he's showing me this. I'm like, well, attack that guy. That's exactly what I'm saying. And he's like, man, he's laughing, right? He's like, you can't just attack anyone, right? You got to go to the wilderness. And I'm like, well, what's the wilderness? Like, kill something. And right here in this hallway, I remember he's like, here, I can attack this rat. And it makes me so happy. There's still rats here. And I remember him just like poking it. And it's like 0, 0, 1, 1. And I was like, this game is freaking awesome. And immediately I race home, after the day or whatever, and I'm like, I have got to play this game. And I'm sure we've all been in this boat where uh, thus is the beginning of a lifelong RuneScape addiction. I was, not seriously, but, I love to play the game. I was, my goodness, in grade 4, I was like 9 or 10 years old at the time, and I'm almost 29, so almost 2 decades of playing RuneScape. So, anyways, obviously, eventually, after getting my account, I remember I explored my way all the way to Edgeville. That's why I'm teleporting there, and I probably went up like without using a map. Just everything is new and amazing. I remember seeing Barbarian Village, but things were like gonna kill me, and make my way up to Edgeville. Luckily, somehow, oops, I didn't go this way and die from the wizards like everyone else. I remember being in this house in Edgeville here. I might as well go here. And it's still here, which makes me happy. And this is why I love RuneScape and old school RuneScape. I remember being in this house here and being like, that's it. I'm going to train on these men in here with my account. And I'm just going to keep training and training and training until I'm like way stronger than, everyone. And probably with my stuff straight from Tutorial Island. And at the time, I don't even think they had all these drops. I remember they dropped for sure coins, and like I don't think they dropped bolts or anything, or actually it was free to play, so that's why. But anyway, so after a long time, I'm burying the bones, I'm getting my prayer up, whatever. I remember seeing the coins changing, like each stack changing, and being so amazed and be like, oh my god. And I got to 1,000 coins, and I had this huge stack of coins, and showed my friend who showed me the game. He's just like, man, you must have played for a long time. And I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did. So yeah, that was pretty much how I got way into RuneScape. And now I'll say one more thing, of course. Eventually I was like, I need to make some serious dough, and I was seeing everyone in Falador and Varrock packed, and they're all buying iron, 100 each, coal 300 each, or whatever it was way back in that time, and they're all this whole area is just packed with people, and each place had a different, what do you want to call it? Each place had a different gosh, I gotta cut this out. Like a section of where they would sell certain things. So it'd be like, oh, runes over here. I remember like I remember Varrock better, but I remember like if you wanted to look for rares or like more expensive items, you go back here, and like you're this poor noob with like 1,000 GP that you think is like you're the bee's knees. And I remember I would like go window shop and just looking what people were selling, and like trading people selling expensive items just to see it in the trade. And the reason I wanted to come to Falador, of course, I was like, I need to up my money game, so I started the long mining grind, and it to where I could eventually get down here and and mine like coal and iron and whatever. And I would probably spend months in real life to like until I took a break, just mining, 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 thinking, this is where the money's at in the game. And of course, it wasn't. And that was it. And I guess I'm just thinking now, I should talk about my first time getting membership. It kind of came a long enough time into playing the game where my mom actually surprisingly was like, all right, yeah, this Jagex, this RuneScape company seems legit. You've been playing for like 2 years, so we'll get you a membership. And I just remember, I'm just going to show you guys on the map. I remember I got poisoned somewhere. I don't remember where I got poisoned. Oh, you know what? It was probably on Kamarja Island. Because I remember trying to get back, and I took the boat back, and then I was trying to run back. There's no home teleport or anything. I was trying to run back, the closest place I could think to go back. Think about how newbie we are back in the day. It was like somewhere around here I died with like, a rune helm and a rune kite shield. This is like into my memories. They had dragon longsword. I died of poison. I was so close to I was like devastated. I thought I could never come back. And I didn't think of like so many things I could do now. Like my brother could have logged in and like all this stuff. So I end up like running back, and I see this guy who's a lower level than me. He's picking it all up. I'm like, man, that's my stuff. Please, please. He's like, sure, dude, no problem. And he just gave it all back to me. So it was super nice. All right. And the last thing, I guess we're gonna transport in time here for probably my favorite memory. So here we are, and yes, check out that inventory. I was around for the original Easter egg event in 2002, which I had to go back and check the date, which totally makes sense because I remember in 2003 I moved schools, okay, and all these kids at my new school played RuneScape. I already had an account and stuff. So, I was by no means any good at all, but I remember being around for the original Easter egg event. And I remember it was down here, like, if you're not sure where I am, by around Falador, which I guess makes sense because all the Easter egg events were around there. And I just remember, like, the concept was you're getting these eggs, and this is all by memory, so yeah, I might be wrong, but in the end, you had like 10 eggs or even more, 20 eggs, and you're supposed to trade them with people and drop them with people. And there were people all over here. I don't think these guys were here. I don't really remember those guys, but like all around here and even further down south. And I remember just trading eggs with people, eating the eggs, dropping my eggs, like, oh yeah, it's Easter, they're free, whatever. And then that was it. I didn't save any eggs from the event. I didn't think it was any big deal. I was there then for every event after the Easter egg event. Um, and I got all that stuff, kept it all. I thought it was so important, but all of that stuff was not tradable. Here, I pulled it up here so you guys can see. Here's the list of Easter egg events, or the Easter events. The very first one in 2002. That'll be the first one I was around for. So I missed Halloween masks and Santa hats and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure that those came before. But I was here for the bunny ears, the rubber chicken. I got the Easter ring. I got all this stuff on my main account. Anyways, I just thought it was a fun one to bring up, and I realized as kind of making this video, I'm like, I have so many more stories and ideas. I didn't even get to touch on some of the coolest and most fun parts um, of my memories that go like much past this. So if you like this and this kind of style of video, you just kind of put it on the background, listen, whatever gives you nostalgia. Please let me know in the comments because I think I'd like to make a part two and possibly make it a series just because I have a ton of ideas. I mean, I've been playing RuneScape for 20 years, so if you appreciate and love the game like me, I hope you enjoyed this. And let me know your RuneScape memories in the comments below because I would love to share some in the next video. I used to have a bunch of pictures on this old hard drive, and what we're like when we're teenagers, and I just was like, yeah, I'm never gonna need any of those old stupid RuneScape pictures, so I'm really upset. But I got memories like I got a story about owning a Halloween mask and how I got it, crazy story, and um, being in the Chessie '08 clan and stuff like that. So that stuff comes much later than like the 2002 to 2006 days. Um, when everything was new and no one cared about skilling or this and that. No one cared about being efficient. You were just exploring the map, exploring the world. So Anyways, again, thanks so much for listening, and just have fun today playing Scape, enjoying the game you love. Peace out.